Hey guys, it's Jack from Historical Weapons, and today we're going to check out this medieval era Chinese bow. This one I'd say is based on the Song/Tang dynasty. It is a fiberglass reproduction of a Changshao, which means Long Siyah. Now, they call this a Han bow, but I think they mean Han as in ethnically Han people using these bows, rather than the Han dynasty. Because we know the Han dynasty had bows with typically wider limbs for the composites, and their siyahs typically had bone reinforcement for this more static tip. So this is more of a representation of the later era, the more medieval era Changshao bows. I do like that this one does have an actual arrow pass compared to the other one I looked at, so that's nice, but it still wears out quite quickly. And of course, fiberglass limbs and a typical M shape, but this one, the siyah is more straight, which would be quite prominent on those Deng Huang bows as well, with a more straighter siyah. So it's almost contact, or you just say just slight contact recurve, or if you want to be technical, it is a recurve, yeah, because the siyah does recurve very slightly back, so it's a little bit of a recurve. Now, another feature about the medieval era Chinese bows is that they have long siyahs, but their bending portion is actually quite short. This one is longer, and that's because fiberglass can't handle it. But actually, I don't think that's the main reason. I think the main reason is because they want to advertise that 34-inch draw length. A lot of people who like Asiatic archery, they like the whopping 34-inch draw lengths so that they can almost practice Kyoto. But then you're going to have to make the fiberglass longer. Now, if you want a more historical Song/Tang dynasty era bow, you want that bending portion to be a little bit shorter with a longer siyah. Then it would be more representative of the Changshao era. But if you want that whooping 34-inch draw length, this will do. Can this do 34 inches? I actually don't know. I haven't tested it. We're gonna have to see, and if it blows up, I'm sorry, but I don't think it will. They said it was supposed to shoot 34 inches. Let's see. I'm definitely confident with 28 inches. Let's do that at least. Yeah, obviously it can shoot 28 inches. I'm not surprised at all. Right? Just expecting more hand shot. Well, folks, the bow is quite powerful, as you can see, penetrating wood. Now, it is on the side, but it's a field point. At 50 pounds, I'm quite surprised it can penetrate, a log. Well, folks, let's test the 34-inch draw lengths that they claim. We're not using Manchu rings for this. Okay, you ready? That'd be about 70 pounds at 34 inches. That was more of a 33-inch draw length, but it did handle that. So I'm a little bit more confident about pulling 34 inches. I was expecting a lot more creaking, but okay. Shot. Okay, let's do the 34. It's scary to shoot that 34 inches. If I were you, I'd drop it down at 1 or 2 inches just in case, because, and of course I'm using 1200 grain, by the way. I'm not using like a 800 grain arrow because it's generating a lot of energy, so I wouldn't try this with a 800 grain arrow. The GPP would be a little bit too light. Now, did the medieval Chinese people shot 34 inches? I don't think so. It would be a little bit shorter because they weren't 6 feet like us modern people today. They were like maybe 5'8", 5'6" on average. So your maximum draw length would be a little bit shorter, around 32 maybe. Not too sure about that. But this is obviously catered for modern humans like us. And I think 34 inches is pretty good for me. for this kind of bow. I wouldn't be doing full Manchu draw length just yet, because the Manchu ring does give me a little bit more draw length anyways. But this being 34-inch draw length, it packs a punch, folks. Damn, you can see that pack. But I'm not accurate with this kind of draw style though. Sorry guys. Damn, you can feel that pack. Just wanted to show you what 70 pounds at 34 inches on this bow does. Like, look at how much it's penetrating. It penetrated 2 bags. And one of the other bags goes, oh my god. 70 pounds at 34 inches penetrates 2 bags. You can penetrate 2 people with just this little bit of draw weight, you know? Of course, the draw length adds a lot of power stroke to really pack a punch on these 1,250 grain arrows. Dang, I love it. Goes 2 bags, goes through 2 bags. Now if you look at the medieval era Chinese draw lengths, they're not pulling like, you know, the 34-inch draw lengths. But it's nice to know this bow can handle that, so that's cool. But if you want more historical draw lengths, stick to the 29, 31-inch max draw lengths. I mean, proportional to our heights today of around 6 feet, like, I think that's okay. I just really want to draw more draw length, but this arrow doesn't let me. Ha ha! Damn, that hand shock, man. Well, folks, I love this bow. I actually love this more than the other Han Dynasty bow, just because it can handle that 34-inch draw length, which really packs a punch. Well, I love the option of having short draw length and long draw length whenever I feel like it, and have a bow that can do that. So a Manchu bow, when you shoot it at a short draw length, it just doesn't feel right. Doing 28 inches, sure, you can do that, it doesn't feel right. But on this, I have no excuse not to do 28 or 34 if I want, so I love it. Well, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.